Hey guys, it's Caitlin. So in this week's video, we are going to be building and putting together my TBR cart. So I was out shopping with my best friend today and I saw that there was a really cheap TBR cart and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it. So this is what it looks like and we are going to be building it and then obviously putting it in my room and decorating it and filling it with all of the books on my TBR. So let's get started. Obviously the first part is assembling it. I'm not very good at assembling things, so I'm probably going to have someone help me with that, but we're gonna open it and we're going to take out all the parts and see what we have to do. Okay, so now that we have all the parts out, I've got the instructions and we're gonna attempt to figure them out and put the cart together. Okay, so with the help of my sister's boyfriend, we put the cart together and it's so cute. It's on little wheels and there are 3 different shelves. So we're gonna go in my room, clean it up a bit, and then we're gonna start putting everything in it and I'm really excited. Okay, so as I mentioned, my room's a mess, so I do have to clean that, but I'm thinking it's gonna go right in this corner here, or maybe I'll put it like even like under my window or something, but we need to clean up, so I'm gonna do that and then we are gonna start stocking it, which I'm welcome to the corner of our bedroom. So this is where the cart's going. I think it looks really cute here, ideally without the curtains, but start time. So cart is here. For my setup of it, I think I'm going to do my monthly TBR on the top, accompanied by some of my bookish things. I have a shelf here that's just overcrowded with bookish things. I think we can organize really cute on the top. On the middle section, I think I'm going to, or on like the last 2, I'm going to put one of just like my general fantasy TBR and then one of my romance TBR. I think that's how we're going to do it, basically. So let's get started. Please ignore my cat Domino. I had to open my blinds because she was crying to get up there. But we're gonna start off filling the top. So first, or filling the middle, because the top is gonna have my monthly TBR, which I don't really want to like show you guys the books I'm putting on there because that's gonna be a whole separate video for my June TBR. We're gonna start in the middle. I'm gonna start pulling off some fantasy and romance books that I have so many books on my physical TBR. I'm just gonna put the ones that I can see myself reading within the next couple months on my cart. Alright, so we're going to start with the fantasy shelf, which I've decided to put on the middle compartment. So we're going to go through each of the books and I'm just going to say a couple of like little things about them, minimal things, and why they're going on my cart, and we're gonna go ahead and put them on. So the first book going on for fantasy is Kingdom of Ash. I can't believe I'm nearly at Kingdom of Ash, which means ending the whole Throne of Glass series. I'm currently on the tandem read, which will probably go on the June TBR as well because I've not done it. I've had a really slow reading month due to coming to the end of my senior year of high school. But the next one we are on is Kingdom of Ash, and I don't know how to feel about this. I'm really sad because, oh my god, this series I love. I might be getting a tattoo soon, so we will do a vlog on that 100%. That is Throne of Glass. So that is the first book going on the shelf, and it looks so cute. Next book is a book that it's one of my most recently bought books, and that is Heartless Hunter by Kristen Cicerelli. I'm pretty sure Domino wants down. Look at her. But anyways, this book is, yeah, one of the most recent books I got. It was really popular. It still is really popular on Book Talk, and it's going on the shelf, and it's so pretty. All right, next up we have the Everqueen. This finishes off the Ever series duet, and oh my gosh, I absolutely loved the first book. I just haven't been able to pick up the second book. I hope this one fits in here. It's quite big, but if you're looking for like a not really that popular Pirate Bay fantasy series that is short, just a duology, this is the one for you. It is amazing. It is so incredibly good. The fourth one is also ending off a series. Apparently I need to do ending off a series video series. So that is Our Violent Ends. I read These Violent Delights after it was honestly one of the first books I got once I found out I was back into reading, and I just never picked it up. And then I picked it up for my English class, and I'm like, wait, I actually love this. So I got the second one. I just haven't got to it yet. Next up is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I don't even know what this book is really about. It's just was very popular on TikTok on the time that I bought it. And I am slowly getting into my fantasy era, obviously almost being done Throne of Glass series. I've read a couple other fantasy books and I'm really loving it. So this one was like a staple. I was like, I knew I had to get it. We have 2 more books left for this shelf. The first one is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I got this book for Christmas as well. I have been really wanting to read this series because I've heard although it is like super gory, it is like one of the best fantasy series people have ever read. The last 2 books I've actually read one of them, but let me explain. I'm putting The Cruel Prince on here by Holly Black. These were the first ever fantasy fae books I've ever read. They're more like political fae books, and I absolutely ate it up. I loved it, and I just really want to go back into this world again and kind of experience the book for a second time and notice some things I wouldn't have the first time. So I'm putting that book in there, as well as How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories, because I haven't read this one yet. I got it on Book Outlet probably like over half a year ago, and it's literally like the most gorgeous book I own. Like, look at that. Look at that. So that is going on this shelf too. Hi. Oh my gosh. Okay, those are all the books I'm going to put on the fantasy shelf. So now we're going to move even farther down as we're going to the romance shelf next. I'm just moving you guys here. You're not going to be able to see the bottom shelf, but I'll show you it at the end. For my romance shelf, I have not only romance, but I also have a couple of like not romance or fantasy books, just like other genres of books that I'd like to add to this shelf as well. But let's just get into the romance books, I guess. Okay, so the first book on our list is probably the most popular one, which is Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. This is the first book in the Boys of Tommen series, and as popular as it is, like I said, when I'm in the middle of one big series, I'm not starting another one. I do want to start it very soon though. Redeeming 10 just came out like yesterday or a couple of days ago now that I'm filming this, and I've only ever heard good about it. I've never ever heard a bad review about the Boys of Tommen series, so it's definitely a priority read. So the next 2 books that are going on the shelf are kind of in coherence with each other because they're both Ali Hazelwood books, and that is The Love Hypothesis and Love Theoretically. Let me explain. The Love Hypothesis I did read 90% of in grade 9, I believe, but I wasn't really used to like smutty books at that point, and I was kind of like, oh, like maybe I probably shouldn't be reading this, so I never finished it. So we're gonna put this book on the shelf to finally get through it and finish it, and then Love Theoretically I got on Book Outlet and I just haven't read yet, so those are going on there as well. All right, so the next book going on the bookshelf is Indigo Ridge by Davni, I'm not sure how to say it, Perry. Once again, I got this book from Book Outlet. We are big fans of Book Outlet up in this YouTube channel. This book is about, it's a cowboy romance, and I'm pretty sure he is, yeah, he's the chief police, and I'm not really sure what the girl is, but they sleep together, and it's like kind of like a mystery romance, I've heard. Writing that book, and then going off of the theme of cowboy romances, I'm also putting Done and Dusted by Lila Sage on this shelf too. This is more of a shorter cowboy romance. I'm not even sure what it's about, but I eat cowboy romances up all the time. Putting these 2 on the shelf. Then we have a romance book that will also be finishing off a series, and that is Hookshot by Kennedy Ryan. This is part of the last book in the Hoops trilogy. The first one is called The Long Shot, and the second one is called Blockshot, and then Hookshot. So this one I've heard is everyone's favorite. They're basically NBA romances. The first one is kind of more trigger warning heavy, so if you become interested in this series after hearing this, please look up the trigger warnings. The second one is, I didn't really honestly enjoy the second book because it had like the cheating trope, and I really don't support that. But this one is everyone's favorite. It's a divorced dad named Kenan Ross and a girl named Lotus, who is his New York's fashion scene, and they kind of meet, and he's a single dad, and yeah, so we're adding that. We have one actual romance book left, and then it's this little stack here of, I guess we're calling them kind of like sad books, honestly. The last book we are putting that is romance on the TBR shelf is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I'm aware that I'm extremely late to the hype of this. I just have never actually really wanted to start it. So this is more of I'm putting this romance book on my shelf in the hopes that it will spark inspiration to read it. Okay, so the 3 books that I'm putting on my shelf that aren't romance or fantasy, I'm putting with romance, coincidentally. First one is The Little Life by Hannah, I'm not going to butcher the last name. Pretty much everyone who's on Book Talk or BookTube has heard of this book, I'm pretty sure, as the saddest book known to man. At least that's what I've heard, and it's really intimidating because I thought it was 400 pages and it's in fact nearly 800. But I do want to get to this when we are at our peak and don't care to be sad, because this book apparently destroys people. So there's the first one going on the shelf. The second book that doesn't really categorize into fantasy or romance we're putting on there is Keeper of the Stars. I'm going to be quite honest, I don't know what this book is about. Not a clue. My grandma really liked it and she gave it to me, so of course I'm going to read it. I just haven't gotten to it yet, as my excuse is for every book. But it's a really pretty book. I can't even tell you anything it's about, but we're putting that on there. And then the very last book for the bottom shelf we are putting on is The Midwife of Auschwitz by Anna Stewart. So this book is basically it's about a midwife of Auschwitz, so it's about World War II essentially that I've gotten, and she's like the midwife, obviously, so she deals with the babies within Auschwitz, and they tattoo the same serial numbers that the mothers have on them, so hopefully in the future they can find their parents if they make it out of Auschwitz. My grandma also read this book and really liked it, and I have been meaning to get to it so that I can tell her that I read it and we can talk about it. So we're putting her on the shelf. Okay, this is what the bottom shelf is looking like so far, and this is the top shelf. I might stagger them and move these ones over here just so it doesn't look so on top of each other, and then we will decorate the top shelf. But obviously you guys will not be getting input on those books. I'm just gonna place them on. I feel like my top shelf deserves to get my little stand one of my friends got me for Christmas. It says Caitlin's Library, and I think it's so pretty. I believe she got it off of Etsy, so I'm going to place that on the top, and then maybe one more thing, but I still do have to remember there's going to be a monthly TBR on the top here, so we have to decorate lightly. Okay, I think we have officially finished the cart, and I think it looks so cute. So it's time for the reveal. Please ignore my foot. Here is the final reveal of the cart. I think it looks so cute. I didn't end up putting my TBR up there because I think I'm probably gonna do I don't want to reveal it to you guys. Definitely the tandem read and that third book there, but I don't know about When the Moon Hatched. But I just think it looks so cute. So here's the top shelf. And then there's our fantasies with the little decorations, and then our romance with the little decorations. And that is the completed shelf. I think it complements my room so well. Like, look how cute this looks. I am obsessed. Anytime I need anything from, like, bookish wise, it's right there, and I can just reach over right from my bed, and I'm obsessed. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I had a ton of fun building this and putting it together. I hope you guys enjoyed as well, and this is your sign to get a TBR cart if you've been wanting one and you just haven't gotten to it yet. This is your sign. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, make sure to hit the subscribe button and like if you did. Comment down below your top book in your TBR, like your top next read that you need to get to, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!